go.
One of the problems we have with extension cords is that they don't get rolled up right and put away right, and the other problem we have is that they get pulled on too hard and the ends come off. This is a replacement end because apparently this cord's been tugged a few times. But the other thing you'll notice is this cord is very short, which means that it's been severely damaged at some time or other and had to be cut in half and have replacement ends put on. So the more a cord gets abused or not used properly, the shorter they tend to get. So what we want to do is demonstrate how to put a cord away properly so that you end up with a full-length cord to work with for the maximum amount of time and don't end up having to use cords like this. When you get cords with kinks in them like this, they're difficult to work around desks and under doors, and then they end up getting the jacket gets peeled back, and that's another reason we have to cut them back and shorten them. So eventually the cords end up getting thrown out, and that gets expensive. So let's work on how to properly wrap the cord or roll the cord. We don't want to do it like Mom used to do her clothesline, you know. I don't want to see anybody doing this because that puts kinks right in the cord. So what we want to do is pull the cord toward you, stretch it out the length of the cord, just pull it toward you, and each time you make a loop, you want to turn it between your thumb and fingers, turn it a quarter of a turn or half a turn, so that as you roll it, you don't get any kinks in it. And you'll notice that as you're rolling it, you don't see any. Fortunately, we have a red and black stripe on this cord, so that you can tell if it's turned. And if you look down on this, you see all red. So that means that that it's rolling straight and you're not getting any kinks in it. So the next time you go to pull it out to use it, you plug it in to the wall and plug in your whatever you're using, your equipment you're going to use it with, to the other end, to the female end, and just walk away from it, and it'll unroll and follow you very nicely. And if you have to work around the corner, it's not going to jam and stick and cause you to stop. The other problem we have with cords is having them plugged in, and we're using a backpack or another piece of equipment, and we're working down the hallway or working through a room, and we get to the end of that cord and the cord's plugged in, and we can almost reach the last little area that we want to get to, but we get to the end of the cord first. So rather than move the cord to another plug, we go and just try to get that extra little bit out of it. But when we do that, it bends the prongs on that cord and sometimes breaks the wires at the cord, so that the cord's permanently damaged and we have to cut it off and put another plug on. The other thing that we have that we want to work on with cords is when you're working with a piece of equipment like a backpack where you have the cord attached permanently, the cords on the backpack should be in a harness so the cord stays connected to the backpack all the time. So when you go to roll the cord up, if you have it connected to a backpack or a clipper or something like that where there is a harness on it to hold the cord, you want to start winding from the machine, start at the machine and pull the cord toward you, so that the other end that has been plugged into the wall is loose and can turn as you roll it to keep the kinks out of the cord. That'll make the cord last a lot longer, and if you use those harnesses on the backpack, you won't have as much trouble with the cords on the backpacks breaking and burning off at the side of the backpack case either.
Okay, thanks, Wade.
Mm-hmm.